That's how about Adom, I must quickly. My main was NDC chairmanship hopeful for Ashanti region. That I see a hand for to say almost there. Matthias here. So if there should be a change, it should be for chairmanship NDC Ashanti region. I mean, Akwaba, no matter saying. A lot of issues were in your discussion, and my very good friend, my brother, my uncle, my father. Happy Mother's Day to my father and my brother. Okay, so, well, no, and the Kofi or the Kofi, Kofi go on up to say. Hello, Kofi, good morning. Up to say.
Good morning.
Well, Kofi Venyo, match here with you quickly. What was the issues be about Deputy Minister of Agric? Issues always it's about a brohun komo. Usutu say edubra as omamba ene timemu fo no isi yajibre na yede de to. Minister asema kan about shortage of a bro all lead to the fact say akuafo binum tisemu ana mahodo ana modi asie no twa ebro fo nyini ne ebro kodan na ho amanye ne kire ansa na probably minister abema interpretation. Hello, Kofi Pacho Mitio.
I'm the line on Kakaka.
Messi, a broken como, nano da ako a chua minister na no tuma, opesa muchese, and chimufu from you ono. My auntie was it.
Yo, many amadawasi. Edin kind metcha, Ghana Quia 4, $1 metcha panelist. Now my chair Ghana 49. The Edin kind of me president Ghana for you now, but a queer form for Bruce here. And even class the Queenie will time why at the Tom of Bruni. A Brumono Baba. It is a Brumono Bada Dano, the price on the coffin. This is the time one. Queenie be over Brubia the Tom of Bru. Dear Wumpa say last year, Army Wemson a hard drink and the first season no. Young comra, young co, and son a drum, no crab yet to me abano. Now, me went to Naya Juma somewhere. Now, and I say, okay, Tadi, I did young holding in Abba or second season. Now, second season also, now ensure to me and talk into a brew and to me and ye. Kasan in you, and yes, I could afford the brushi. Now, me, dear, me penny say, oh, say, I can't do that someone. Me yam team shimmy say Ghana Diania yeti no about 75% here bro. So it is a ye be say ya na ha drink akra. Me frem panim for say or how we say wo mo nyina yen kamum me how best I betimi solve this situation. Na yen fan konko ye bia some political talks or something like that. Na yen fan score political go.
But quickly question
agriculture on someone. Mr. Ghana for you na mo yen so mu because the answer mu ye na kokko ye say electricity problem no a. E come de wa untimi drama de anchen. E come de wa untimi. And I done as yet, after ye import to aduane na obi angonko ado do say ni bitimi ato. To see appliances that I import no and look at the sector and yamatiko. Ali echi ani pa ko enya sika nto aduane ni. Eti mesre na kwaya ebe paso a ebe ye no yenye ni na boy na.
As you speak now, ebro Joshua na.
Ebro ni ho.
What is the problem? Ma hodo ana. Ma hodo ebro no. Modi ebro na si ana.
Yem fa ebro si ye.
So what has been the challenge?
Last year ebro anyi. It's ebro ni ho. Ebro ni ho. Ye ba oba sunyane a. Hello.
Pacho mitio.
So oba sunyane a. Na uko Odomofia. One of the big meat market. I don't know. Do a unwe bro ba kokora ho. Uko chira sa uko techiman. The maize is not there. Last year no Obrani. I'm going to first season. Second season no Sumfianto into Obrani into Bruno. It made a mestre say I'm penning for no. It is at the time of say. If to me you big guy rainfield agriculture. Now you go strictly irrigation. And that's how they are at the harding because to see how many workers say the over Sunyan and behavior bro. And so the normal union thing about next month is at the bro. So indeed, young Shakwa ever pass why by Ghana agriculture. One way bit by a bedding.
All right, Kofi, yeah, that's probably Deputy Minister Ebeba Bema Nchirimu as to some of the reasons or this answer me to about yeah, that's for your insight this morning. Kofi Venyo, Chief Executive, organic pepper, ne, organic ginger, ne, organic tiger nuts, Jumako, Kasia Bako, Bono Mantema, or no trail on Krabatim to say thank you so much, Kofi. But man walk, Kwaba Bimna, Mimusa, strictly your party, more constitutional. And then party leader now say, what's the former president's position in your party? He's an honorary floor member.
We're former president.
But within the party, or ordinary floor member?
Well, we're former member, former leader of the
party. Okay. But he's raised certain critical issues. But before we go on to those critical issues, now, who now says, announce video no chiwa oba pacho?
Yeah. His Excellency the incoming President John Dramani Mahama 2020. Also stressed 2020.
You drew
but he do Ghana for and you see the call for him baby as the Nipasi Rashi. It's an indication say Ghana for wants to amend mistake be by voting for the wrong person to take over from the right person. Mechiano and pay na machi obi bia na masama what you say Wednesday nyame adoma and filing for
chairmanship and a constituency within the NDC
to be bia picking a form bia when say by Wednesday nyame adoma 5 p.m. or submit form o mine no mami no enura me call baby ni na me free baby ni me kone me bani na me reho pa and tina sinam sia Ghana for bone ben pa nti ye to abayi John Mahama free akonya so mind me kan na say and me pesa small cameras no mkokohwe the hospital at John Mahama CEO aferi the military hospital 500 bed hospital
more time no more really
500 bed hospital see the John Mahama ja no sana hospital nti I passed there. I was deputy minister for Ashanti region. Me were honey a cat sword for that project. Me were throughout in 2016. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama about home ye project. 2016. See the na etia na ye wo hope say by first quarter of 2017 hospital no bet me afa the first patient our hospital hono. Omahine. In 2017, April ni became we pushed it to August. August came, we pushed it to December. December came on the Minister for Defense, Honorable Nitiwu, Echo, December year came 2017. Yeah, I catch a contractor and so almost 6 months to complete the project. Just last week, there was a news item say project will be completed in 2018 December. Imagine state of that hospital. 2018 December, yentimi mbiano. Abba, bone ben ya. Go and look at Sewia, that hospital.
Okay.
The people of Sewia are crying.
The soldier hospital, no
soldier hospital, na 500 military hospital, Ferino. Go to Sewia, the regional hospital, 250 bed hospital.
Tell a minister and person,
yes. Yes. Hospital na kanguram.
No, it's not possible because even when you exited, Minister, in your privilege, it's not about
in 2016. From that time, I Jomama free akunya so na kanguram enko nyadwuma. Kumawu hospital a Jomama ye kohwe into 70% and then ensure we roofs ni na dey free eho. Go look at formula. Kono konongo ko tepa ina aka ho Ashanti region bone ben I'm not talking about other regions, I'm talking about Ashanti region. At least for nothing at all 4 years Ashanti region John Mahama within 4 years see hospital baku nsia, and one of the hospital, the military hospital, is supposed to pick 4,000 nurses to work in that hospital. 4,000 nurses here do moko nakopi yenya baby for munkonkoshe. That hospital alone will employ 4,000 nurses and midwives. The Seria hospital is to employ 3,500 of these nurses, other staffs in my. And your jam no rotting a good room. The real way, people. The real way. But we are not too home, ba a Greek in some. Last week, poultry farmers, Minka Association, but I'm a poultry farmer. Maybe I don't join the association, so I don't speak as an association member. The state member, I said the Greek minister is an arrogant liar.
Oh.
Yes.
The Poultry Farmers Association. No, they should just come clear on that
arrogant liar. You see, they lie with arrogance. Ebina, Deputy Minister, now you know, there is shortage of a brew in the system. Then you say farmers are holding it. Instead for you to admit, say, your man, you're dying, Ankuyi. Omahe, Bessin, when you say, I mean, the fight. Look, just last 2 months, me on my farm, me farm, I'm now invade farm.
But Minister Mukonsadi,
me Baman Cassim Cho. Didn't make a choice, I agree. Response from the man, Minister. They lie with arrogance. Omu control, so no Masadia who must one head in control. You see, you're killing Amiwam, you're so. Last 2 months, in fact, reporters were far.
Okay, Mesa, I want to suggest within a second, but quickly, statement by Dr. Abdul Nasiru Ishaku, former governor, Bank of Ghana, on the mobile money interoperability issues. He has almost 10 points, if I'm correct. Yes, more than 10, 15 points as to why he believes that the vice president got it all wrong and is here. And some portions for you. My attention has been drawn to the above claim, which was attributed to the vice president in his speech at an official event last week. I wish to categorically state that the claim that the Bank of Ghana, under the previous NDC regime, was to commit an amount of 4.6 billion Ghana cedi of public funds into the proposed switch to interconnect mobile money transactions is totally false and should be disregarded. Sipton Switch was selected through due process to execute the contract using a self-financing mechanism to raise 4.6 billion on their own to build a robust interface intended to ensure efficiency and safety, among other benefits. Neither government nor BOG was going to pay the purported 4.6 billion Ghana cedi. The amount was actually the estimated projection for the cash flow of investment to interconnect electronic payments and transfer over a fixed period. For emphasis, BOG did not engage Sipton Switch to provide only an interoperable platform costing the said amount. The Sipton Switch solution was a lot broader in scope than the simple interoperability among telcos, and that was launched by the vice president. For example, under the Sipton Switch framework, both telcos and all banks will be interoperable right from start. In addition, the Bank of Ghana will be able to monitor the flows directly from its offices and will thus be able to have a strong control over the network. And he stated various points as to why he believes that we should disregard the misinformation the vice president gave. It's a whole issue that we will look into. But Moanunsi, what do you want to say? Yeah.
I know the reason for the shortage. In fact, 50 kilos of maize.
A brew.
Under John Dramani Mahama, it was 55 Ghana cedis. And 80 Ghana cedis. Ubia was say,
a brew bottle.
No bottle.
50 kilos.
50 kilos. It is 80 Ghana cedis today. Under MPP Nkwa and Yenya bumper harvester and Yoma Boyeri. Yenya bumper harvest as we were told by the minister. Say bro buama guguka musisi one. Me wa bro kwa na eden and ekoso. Like the man said, anytime be a fresh maize ever onto the market, be a old maize in the evening time. Ne boyeri price ne buffo.
But
it is storing up ekoso. It is 80 today, and I'm sure that it will even go more than that. The reason is that the army worms are so arrogant, is telling the whole world, they say you have two as here, you are eradicating, you are completing.
That. What was said was that it's something that will reoccur and we'll put in measures to fight it.
Sana Minister of Parliament. Why? Ghana.
Let's say two as here and just say, and idea
two as here to Miss Ari or Kevin. Hey, now we train OT and Lucian way. Nippon was who were two as here.
As of that time, the challenge that we have, yes, Sikano Basem, your challenge, was how no one home. Sabrina no Cassia, Jessica, they are cooking someone. And
it is not true. The farmer has just told you, farmer now in the castle says, yeah, what catch you? Say, yeah, let's harvest because of a moano. I see a two and one at Tamsika Kraka, near West Sika, near Dinu, near Sabab, Montier, so arrogant in saying, we'll solve the problem which we have not solved.
But you've been a deputy minister before. You this kind of question. How do you know this?
And at the end of the year, make catch us a farm last 2 months, and your reporters came there. Joy News for by with their cameras. You can cross check from them. Say Omuba, a friend is saying, me farm we so quite, which has quite him so Nana Adom. Friend Nana Adom, Michiano. Omuba so quite area, Hona, farmer who invaded by army worms. Or mine, the American children said the medicine they brought. Omuba, you know, what try we na ye and what try we. That is what the Agric people came to tell them. I don't know what the buyers about who couldn't wear. Go and look at the farms. Completely. Be a full beer. And more room. Near the Drew Brown, so I report to you now, or mobile bear admit saying indeed they are army worms, or must say in your man. A drew or the buyer. Yes, what try we 9 years. No, what try we?
At a trial error.
Of course, that is the situation we are in. Okay. We are telling us a year after. Say, what try we na year? No, what try we?
All right, quickly, Honorable George Drew, Deputy Minister, Honorable Kwaba, no matter saying.
Oh, Yamiadum, be very fine.
What could you open for now?
But you see, I'm not going to what Techiman.
Whoa, what could you Techiman? Good. But have you raised issues concerning a queer form of dear brew? SE and Oma Hodo?
They say in your report last week, one station of Crana, a frey.
Yeah.
Say a brew, Omukutesika.
Yeah.
No, Omunya brew, crab, but Ukraine Ghana, Omunya being top.
Yeah.
And the castle, and Yano crab, when they be on a bonum, a cosra, or see a pair who be here. And I'm on a potty farmer, chairman, because I'm so a former chairman also.
Yeah.
Was it the Yano credit? And I don't know Casafi Doma, and I'm assuming himself Brafwa, the whole Ghana Braf from the Blue Up, and about the Chiman. But I mean, they say, your friend will report the Mr. Ombra. You didn't know a quarter Chima market. It was Chinanopa. You don't want to crew, say a blue or Ghana, and I said blue any Ghana. Yankwa, if you are, you're quite that. Yet more reporters in here, Quaron, Yamicha, there's a network in there. It's more reporters across the country. Baby, it could be a better be now. While report back to Munamo, the air course.
Okay.
And now, BBC, a Omar seminar, problem me there. They will tell you no Casan, and so your politics. On your Ghana feminine worker, on Ghana. Or say, I may well minister say, you two are here. My main country and Montias say, Army well. You can never ever eradicate army well. You can manage. Obiason Cafe, the two are here. Minister called Parliament or say the army worm has been defeated. One can say the army worm has been eradicated. Defeated and eradicated are different. Defeated, it says, Yame Adoma Yen, I know more and I do one. The PA, a glory to me, they defeat one or one say. In the whole nation, baby, army worm affected. We lost 5% of our produce. 5%. It is a hotel cafe. Minister say, you two army was here. Catcher and say, Mimi say, army well no. As I speak today, there has not been any scientific proof of it in the atmosphere. Name of the chemical ever managed. Brazil 4 has been with army well for 35 years. Omundrua, Omundi, a battle, and no more say I have faso. And I drew out the banner, yet the choir lab or PPRS or Quasi. I tested, they who said, ebetimi ne emua no akọ eti say obi ka say ebro ni ho because of amiwoma enye no kure nyame chade me wo techima sisi a me no ka say na wo de bra market ha na fa wani bra behwe wo reporter no di mo clip bebre mu na mo hwe bibi say ba message do tisi do me nim de ba ko de ma enye politics asem o mamu na aba na fa ne say take ebro pu ebi ni ho pu say de o mo kana take o mani nyina na yakọ ahochiro eno nya de o se obosi banyame cha de entisa enti ye wa wo de head ya o kira no
all right
well
minister, it's not a question of say the point is that the misrepresentation and misinterpretation say no krese akuafo hodo that's good for us say bi odwaso ne bo na ekosra that's another matter altogether. And then the issue of army worms probably you have to educate as well. I am saying, say, Mekaise Minister can say, as of that time, I didn't pay. But he also says that the minister was probably using that word to project to say there's absolutely no challenge again when it comes to army worms. That's why maybe what how can say let's not misrepresent. See how army worms so area Kofi Venyo or say the fight against army worms the previous season was the water crop season was the whatever was totally. It didn't help because the intimate to say if that is the case, let us use improved chemicals. Say the OCK because I mean say mobile na foam no inonye mienu ma try makwe o the way yana sanfa and then now the way so try no is not to also rely on Brazil or 35 years they've been in this challenge. Once every second technology is improving, Ghana should be part of that technological world in terms of improvement in chemicals. That's the responsibility on you as a minister. But you can hide behind Obi Hot 35.
Your lab wa ye test a drone e wo PPRs okukwa and fana yama order say mu ye dey won issue. And I'm say ami wem no o ma ba setena o mo nkonen kochena.
Okay.
For now no bibien wo e bi tu ase. But the drone na dey manage o mo kakra.
All right.
Eti a drone dey be ma wo se fire no. Yema ye tender na enya group akope ene ye toy e your cassette they sit trawe a enya no kwe.
Okay.
This week over call this is that of agriculture suppliers no e nipa 5 or more enti no ye need ya be group on ena ye dey ma na any say so far no every district be a grow because near ya work this year e beba ena say abano nya ade a odwene ho say problem say abano person oboa I don't know say ko keba ko tongo e dey go every district.
All right.
Which is say e abano ni suade hu ana say e dana koma so ke asem na abano o so akuafo se no boa wo mo endi na ba e duro no kura na ame wo maduro ni nyina e ye free en ton o si wo food no mpefo na bere ne ama obi na o de ko no akwa apply.
All right.
E ye national problem e ye asa yare abaro to mani I was here strong na ya mi aso a wo kere one day say on the car we manage on mama. Obetima ka say okoye na yamanadu. Ye manadu politics no ye. Onu buza nefu ne backyard and obi abua of far reported echo. We have
that information.
There never be why you find
he has information.
You find
Deputy Minister George. Okay, okay, the backyard garden because he's been able to mention the
4 acres of
encourage the former Deputy Minister to get
4 acres of backyard garden.
No,
4 acres.
Minister, so you are man yourself. 4 acres. Also, you are man yourself.
No, not person. Now, at least we confirm say omuba efua army worms ashemu.
Yeah.
But to say 4 acres of maize farm, a backyard.
You're on the light garden.
No, you can't do your backyard.
Minister and hold on. Your minister and clean on.
Papa, I was so because one day politics means someone near the Quenqua. Papa, we know about now when Nimka say. For mobile phone, grab a pick up. I don't want you would see it. It's way no customer who have also. Politics and all.
Deputy Minister.
That's issue about. Almost here, say me what a man. I may confirm it. Say a broke one, a broke 1,000 metric tons. Watching reporters at the bedroom. Okay. Say a broke and I say good.
Okay, Deputy Minister.
The problem, there's a challenge about the price.
Yeah.
I also get nothing. Especially poultry farmers, a larger quantity. Saban baby, or say no 30 years trouble,
Okay.
problem. And yes, I short it.
Okay, my reminder, Kofi Vinyona and Nkasayan was the 2016 National Maize Farmer. So I'm sure, say, on your ordinary, when it's about this business of farming and maize. Or expressing worry and fear. You see, a text message or say, I'm sad for Ghana's future. And then he does a right up to full and do a very long one. It means that there are a bit of challenges in your presentation and probably that of area. I mean, media say once you approach it with national character, no, you also have to be sure to tell us as it is, because the fear is that there's most of the nyoma edu abayem paying for him, no. There are a lot of misrepresentation. But the presidency, the minister, the deputies will all say a report but I'm happy. Say what two and me amudi a bro juma. And what's our fire for us my hope is that let us solve the challenges there. Now you make the reality on the ground. Amongst a Piafon in Chinua and Sem Fata that's the concern.
The reality is a good view, a one lady.
Thank you so much, Minister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You know, my own cat a big.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's
every.
Yeah, that's Minister Brenity, but we wish you well.
Oh, my first vice chair.
No, you're my first vice chair. You're first vice chair. Okay, so right.
Mrs. Menubi, happy birthday.
Good.
Back we the Asin of Central Region Asin of Constituency Women's Organizer.
Okay.
And this Ghana so akra open we fufu pa dia. Fufu papa emfa.
Organic fufu.
Organic natural pa two sisters. Kanda ya.
Two sisters Kanda.
Kanda post office.
Kanda post office.
Echiro hona. Two sisters. Mama ni di ni birthday ne. Oye fia e bekwa kwedi fu. And birthday edition.
Okay, you.
It two sisters so Germano. Happy birthday.
All right.
Omanhe. Asem no kra me say minister abekari nyanti me hu ba bia me starting fi kra. So, hwe me starting fi ebro issues ya. Me nua ya me say omukọ na ne boy 50. Sisi akwa kodu 80. The one kira manfo ne price beto ye. Ana almost about 209 na ebro no price 50 ana. Mo ba is about 5 Ghana cedis also. Mo ko na mo dia akwa kodu 50. And they do it out dede. Meanwhile, also very well said the prices no fluctuate depending on Ghana they say the no. And your money bar na ne born cost and we a year, you know. Eti we nye issue a obetina be kano bibi hu. Ami wem. Eradication versus defeat. Eti we see idea say a confuse me near me in NDC for. Yenti o memu cholera outbreak bar what happens?
Your press
one are bringing under control, more or less near defeating within that year. Does it mean say the following year or two, no? Koreans are maybe another outbreak as Saba. Do you take the minister on, say last year, Diano, or bring it under control for the same Poko Parliament, maybe a Minister of Health, about Parliament, or address the issue? No, say yes, Korea outbreak no has been brought under control. It is a bit SIBC the following year. You take him on.
You can't stop it, say AC, but you can only hope, say, Senipa 2, last year, one.
Yes, yes, a year one. So good.
Yeah.
But my patch say, and also does not mean say the previous year, the minister did not bring it under control. It's as simple as that. And what can I say?
I control now, so
control. That is a different thing to say be a minister no and maybe I claim say or my baby. It's different. Again, Minister Eka say, and that is where Samana also one of the best farmer. You see, sometimes people sit in their own corners and then, based on circumstances, draw conclusions. ebia ono no area kakra na say ye fa say ya miss ya ebia
nefu no
bit my 100% he might have lost everything. If you don't sit at that corner and generalize say because of that, you know, but my money now be a brew, now we lost everything. Oh yes, sir. You rather would be misleading the public because one who gets a small picture of the global picture. The minister sits up there. One can say we didn't lose anything. So scientifically, also we lost about 5% of a brew and day.
So 95 is good.
Which is good. So it's same for say be a wo ya me side na say papa you dey let note the bank. Be on 5%, it could be so no kwa kwa ni na he lost 100%. At the national level, no, you don't sit there and think say because I lost my entire farm into the whole country we have lost everything. No. He should not be challenging the minister who is sitting up there and have the global picture when he can at best only see from his farm. It is analysis, argument. If you want to take on authorities, come with better particulars. That is the way to go. Ghana doesn't have a future. It is when people look at things from that myopic view, and the officer in the future. Because Uncle Yaman, that is wrong. It's wrong. Ghana will a very bright future, especially under this administration. Especially under this administration. As a mercy, you two one scientifically, I said, okay, even in other places like Brazil and all those areas, said they also came. Yes. HIV. Another example. The whole world. We're fighting HIV. However, we are managing it. And to say, yes, science for ya daroma, eventually, ya can say, you be 2 years here complete. Until say get to that stage, we will continue to manage it. Now, but the rule as to the prevention, how there be a match say, the rate above from kakra. That is what you do. Ordinary one copy so called baby any hospital be all
the major hospitals
Minister contractors no more to no major money and accident.
Probably be almost more auditing. Some would look, you audit and see whether it is.
This is a government I made 1 year. We're talking about a government 8 good years. 8 good years. You sit here and say, hospital doesn't give you time. What was your priority? Mobile first year, you never budgeted for a payment of dubious judgment debt. Yet, munya about 1 billion in the judgment debt. Where were those hospitals? Was it in the line of my priorities, Anna? Was it? Munyeska 1 billion the dubious judgment and answer is your omahine abandon and no Kwame Nkrumah bresono. And I asked to our war no abayan to be am about them. Now yemetua oka. These were the things you people were doing. At that time, no, Nemba Mutrim say I was ECC hospitals be. Nemba Mutrim. So what is he talking about? Say, it took the defense minister so Beko a wako warn the contractor and say within 6 months. What does that mean? It means that the contractor was not performing at the rate and also performing Tiana. The best supervision. And I said, a ben and modern contractor.
Okay, we quickly, my to contractors so also road minister make kwemu for Domi Adwasa for Yanoma Ibesine. Ye who signal be and yes, Wadarama Adwasa for catching minister say what became contractor on the edge may be out. Go Domi roads no it keeps deteriorating every single second. Domi now a back. Adwa, you've done your part. But my minister now the contractor or me and essentially you try mama nothing could be and also that for your information. Minister
and then we talk about a mobile Mahama so
President Mahama, yeah.
I mean who baby on so at SMB.
Now autism no already issues about how this administration alarm Bastino for lack of performance, probably foresight, and then family and friends of work you know. And in your stead, no, the adjectives are more they qualify a competence.
Yes. Yes. Was he competent? This is a president. As a former president, yeah, bon fan home massa. Otherwise, if we try to take him on, so yeah, then fair. But under Mahama, for Mahama to be talking about a free SHS, at least say 30% of that narco. The so-called progressive free secondary school now say now all you know. For which reason, second year for the third year for I'm benefiting from free SHS, no? Because after all, now he claims to have given them scholarships. Koko Bisa, how much? And no year. Or started that program, he never paid even a dime, not even one person was paid. For those so-called about 100,000 people also will benefit from that program. Yencho memu, or can ya kasa obema a friend sanitary pad near the adina. Or cheme or babako or secondary school or man even that part. And this is Mahama talking about say 30% had been paid at a certain point. So, and you have Mahama always passing the box, a wage bill. Wage bill. Now I say, I don't know, I'm passing on to President
Kufuor passed it on.
Passing to President Mills. Mobile 209, policy na mumpa kambut metrim. Besides, money trade union for Tinasino, most suspended for about a year. They agreed. Semun to me a year and I'm fan steady at the end. What kind of good we will hear from trade union for? That luxury of time. Mu pensenpensenmu time am yes ready say mbutua no and am start to try. Nti dan ka how ni say. National service increasing by 300% or so no. You buy your company. We paid. National service allowance. Omu lusu abawie ya omu kofie no. And omu increase omu allowance no from 300 to almost 600. We have paid. So what is he talking about? But is also the Obafu from yet Nasem court. Is it not the same Mahama no court na BBC say court no kono and how in any way? Anameboa. Enya Mahama na court na BBC. Say court no kono and how in any way. Ogusu ye na djuma. In any case he was paid. He was receiving salaries. He said, don't me na djuma dia. Why was he receiving salaries? Why was he receiving everything that had to do with the office of the president?
Focus. Clearly for
focus. So was he deceiving the entire world, BBC, when Okaka said affecting in any way?
No matter who
did you see him in court? Even a day.
No, but
was he in court for even a day?
You are unable to operate when your country has sent the main scheme as now or mine word you say there be some in same way about there. Ukrainian because even your party was not recognizing Assad as a president then until.
But was he working? Was he receiving salaries to do a certain work?
Let's give him a fair
was he
window
receiving salaries to do a certain work?
No, but I'm saying let's give him a fair window to exit. It cannot be entirely correct that
it is completely, especially when on one case I got to the BBC, says it's not affecting me in any way because as a president, was he receiving half salary? Because in the case no was in court, the position was in doubt, was he receiving half salary? He was receiving full salary and all the benefits that go with it. So also a dear Juman, if he was not working while receiving salaries there, I didn't know the Ghana worker. If he was not working, he talks about said deadlines. This is the president. Or shebo me do baby kranos. I feel question any ball last or saw them say a bokra when she be. Forgetting said to say that is also even a promise. And I'm a just one can you accept? Can you accept also? I feel also pass it back to Mills. So almost started from Mills time. Meanwhile, no I'm Ghana for na say and that President Mills no. Now you're vice president. He gave you all the he said, now you're virtually, now you BBR. A bad liabilities in the whole party started from Mills time. You were the vice president. What did you do about it? What's happened now as a president? And yes, I told about Adom. All those years, you kept shifting the goalposts. You are now comparing yourself with the ministers of state today. So many share about would they as a sitting president, who are not the overall boss, who now shed this now to me share. It do baby as it can was stabilized because I feel there. Or say Okochiaze, Yamakania or not, what you say, whatever. Comedy Biana or at the time. So you kept postponing it until say was I share boss I feel the Kanya Semnocrano, we share who bob you. And this is the man who is now talking about deadlines. This
doesn't mean that our committee a blunder or a mistake. So
the moral justification. He doesn't have it.
But another ambassador, they are Christo can say mumu on football. Even this administration.
That is why he should not cast the stone.
But he's reminding you that you came.
So he should not be the first to cast a
No,
stone.
but the reminders are here that the NDPP, when voting, when campaigning,
yes,
one of the issues among several,
yes,
was the issue of value for money.
Yes.
Corruption.
Yes.
Creating opportunities for every Ghanaian.
Yes.
To be part of that thing.
Yes.
Coming into power. And he's making these pronouncements that, example, he talks about family and friends. That now the NPP thinks that family and friends can be part of an administration, but they are competent, they have the degrees, they have the qualifications. And he says it's not good for corporate governance. Do you agree to that?
Say
so family and friends is not good for corporate governance.
They are not friend of family and friends. No? And now, obi wa sisi ya government mu a ofi Togo ana. And now, obi wa abamu sisi ya ofi Burkina Faso ana.
Is that a new definition?
No. I mean,
do you see all right?
The Ghana for here a resource.
No, but Ghana for here resource.
The Ghana for here a resource. No. Let's
not run away from what you say in opposition. What we come to power, we say. I'm saying that if we need results, results. Is it not our problem? The fact that we want results doesn't mean that we should go for anything. Is that the case?
We should go for anything legal. Anything legal. I have a resource, no. But so
what from that
again, we are not getting results. That is where people will be.
Nepotism and family and friends. So
your manifesto.
No, I'm saying that's in the accusation of the previous administration. Where from that?
What will be your manifesto? You see, sometimes when individuals,
this is no less a person than the president who was in opposition, who talked about he wouldn't give himself in to a government of family and friends. Two, there's a government who talks about protecting the pets. Okay, so I think that, well, we have to just...
you see, it is some of this is, some bankers will fight corruption, and that is why this man, or also the BBF, former governor,
Odebayan,
yes, when the president talks about, yes, he was part of the deal.
Oh
yes, almost time no sign that that is why he's yes, and you expect us to believe him. He versus the vice president will be or part of a deal. I come over strike here. Idea to me about about $4 million. I know. Come do over 1 billion.
But he talks about that's not the case. If you
that is the case. That is the case. Project now come
then people should be held responsible.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Say, so project yet to come about 1.2 or 1.3 billion dollars. Yet to me the $4 million per year. We say he's protecting public purse. Now also be the radio. Do you know say this group no? It involves our RLG in go for now.
Interoperability.
Yes. Omo ananka omode ayinema omo. Sa RLG kruya or jida sika ni ade akoshe no omo ntumi ntua ya ehwe na ayi. Omo kruya na komo san dey about over 1.2 billion. Okay. Adwuma komo omo adwuma etumi dey 4 million etumi aye. And we're talking about protecting the public purse here. It at least omo etumi save $1 billion by the change of government alone. That is 4 billion Ghana cedis. Free secondary school you manage every semester. I know how much you best spend.
Okay.
We need just about 40 million, 400 million.
All right.
So, you have 4 billion savings from Chrono and Komo. Then you have this man having the gas, TV, so-called unity work or whatever. Now, they should give us a break.
Okay, so on the latter part of the I've told you already that there's a statement by Dr. Abdul Nasiru Ishaku, former governor, Bank of Ghana, on the mobile money interoperability issues. We'll have to take time on this one because a long 16 points. But the bottom line is that he thinks that the vice president's statement on that one, on the 4 billion, 1 billion, should be disregarded. It cannot be entirely correct, and that could not be the fact. But Honorable Aye, it's on his still point saying the Ghana has been saved almost 3 billion.
Because almost difference on what they ban say the year Triano, Kayaba in faces. Until at the end of the day, no, we will still get to the amount that they are talking about. Okay. But the office of the vice president, I said, no, the Triano cover the full snit deal. Okay. Snit the NB we are protecting the public purse.
Right.
Savings ni aye no. Anya hwe kra no. Me na more fast be benefit by way of you be divert into free SHS.
Okay, it's refreshing to hear say you are protecting the public purse.
Of course.
Not probably doing it selectively. Certain areas the purse goes loose. Certain areas.
Oh, the baby no make loose. Baby no make loose. This all check.
I mean, so surprisingly, more misrepresented situation. But lawyer or say quickly, but making lawyer Nanaya or say Omani, let's answer this simple question and see if there's any truth from both sides of the discussion. If only 5% of our maize were affected, and as you rightly pointed, 95% is excellent, so why should prices go up? It is common sense economics that when products are in abundance, prices go down. The Deputy Minister of Agriculture has admitted that prices have gone up. My question, what accounts for the price hikes? Let us do realistic analysis of issues. Lawyer Nanaya will say good morning and thanks for your question.
So a lawyer or economist and Kobungs were a simple thing.
So what's
5% reduction.
Yeah.
But for the army worm invasion, okay, 100%, not 5% about. Is it not supply now? I fall short.
But it affects
in any case, Ghana have one's name. It's not me choice. This 58 this million a day man. Prices, because the prices cost right. You take the maize in the day. Near say over far and above the general inflation trends are.
Okay.
If it is but Ghana one name says brownie tomatoes and sanya manyo seasonal things. Did you baby any born start to cost row? You do baby and the born so bad from. Yeah, my minimum may ne born call for my umutimi yede.
Okay.
Ekoto. A store ne born cost ra no my day or very lazy no more tongue.
Okay. Yeah, I mean just do a wrap up for us on this better than here because.
Oh man. And that mirror pop.
Also,
mirror pop. And in fact, mirror who Magana.
Wow.
I mean, if women are leading as a country, no wonder BBIJ and some. If a whole deputy minister bɛka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ aburo aba and ne boa akɔ soro
aburo hɔ ba ne boa
aburo aba ba ne boa
hɔ okasa ba afi aburo wɔ hɔ as against ne yɛsɛ aburo ni hɔ yɛnya two clear things aburo wɔ hɔ nya afi na aba aburo wɔ hɔ
you see yɛnya a shortfall of 5%. Meanwhile yɛnya bumper harvest because the agric ministry say yenya abura ma na busu ama ne sisi kam and in fact ono minister no call techima no aburo ni bi da ho ye den egu ka no meanwhile de bia aburo no kwa na ye den na ekoso eno no bro hanom eno wo gi agina mu a wa gi agina mu se ne o ma ekoyi you know that is where my hope is because the ordinary person na to aburo no feels it and I know that translate into who wins an election. Omahini, yet the whole of 2017, now grew from 56 to 60 cities. From January to May, a grew free 60, a grew 80, and you don't see the projection ahead. Now, how this economy is being mismanaged by the MPP government. You can only be an arrogant liar like the agric one year at the Ekai.
Only 2017 I go say.
What the true?
What's if he say 52 say
60
to 80.
From January this year, from 60 to 80. Within the speed of just 5 months. A Bruna a Buswa last year, Nyamiada Roma. Inya a bumper harvest no under the economics of MPP no a busua na ne boy den na yede yenya yeto we are judges and you see honorable I'm surprised that today honorable no what parliament our passe emra no a edisika ba emi see these hospitals no ebetina ha ka kire yen say what did Muhammad do and the time ben here when honorable knows when these projects took off. Majority of these hospitals we are talking about started in 2015. Hospital been 2 years in this country. Now loan no honorable tena parliament na wo pass you know. Near say how many years in the DC a year hospital. The project that started in 2015 was supposed to be completed. First phase of it in 2017, first quarter, at least military hospital. Loan no AIG no. It's shared down. Say from 2015 now you share as you know. In 2017, first quarter, na yasha see fa nipa eden ewum to the extent that the military announced the commander will be taking over from that hospital. Was announced in 2016. 2017, April na twam hospital na kabebi ewa. Honorable is playing politics with it here. And it's trying to talk as if say wonim kra say these things are sourced for internationally. Unim what we are going through, and when I see Ghana for why they voted against John Dramani Mahama. Long be a internationally beyond the period was can revert back to chest. A core, you have to start the process all over, and sometimes it takes you 2 years until you come to inherit an administration within 4 years. Minka other regions, Ashanti region and hospital baku in Sia. Pharmacy. Employ nurses almost about 10,000. No, I'm telling you that one hospital is employing 4,000 of them. Hospitals near 6 in Ashanti region. What calculate here ASN? 24. And Utina say, now what bars are buying? Now, our projects now come to a halt, a standstill. And honorable is sitting here say contractor no yetiana car na say any damn no ako. Okay. Is that what we are running this country with?
Let me say I didn't trust you, but my good friend, so I just got the information. You've lost your wife, Nana Abiam. Nana Yako, your late wife, Mrs. Paulina N.A. Abiam. Nyame Adom on the 25th, 26th, 27th of May 2018. It was 2nd D. Nana, I just got the information. I'll have to call you after the show. So, Kuse, Nana Abiam, your late wife called to glory, Mrs. Paulina N.A. Abiam. Quite unfortunate. Yadwesia, but Namir had mentioned everything come Matty said this assembly come on fine. Hey, actually, when you're 2 bites. 1 second, I come whatever the request. Hey, or consent to on Ashanti because of competition, we wishing you well anyway. But if you say hospital, no one, I mean, this question. Yeah, say first quarter 2017. Now, I started a year, Juma. Then it is expected, say, by December 2016. As I said, completely. Yeah, bro, dada, recruitment in first quarter. 2016.